It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Coming up, we're keeping things in the AFC for an intra-conference contest between the New York Jets and the Houston Texans. We are underway in this AFC Wildcard Weekend contest. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Stroud in the air to start us off. Yeah, that's going to be incomplete. Looking to his back to start this one. So back to the huddle now for 2nd down.
As a quarterback, you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find a throwing lane. And he couldn't do it on that one.
He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
All right, 0-2 to start the game, and I'm guessing, partner, we're probably going to see a 3rd pass now here. Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And it'll be a 1st down, Texans.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Shotgun now for Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming 3rd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. And let that pass rush get home.
Jets into the nickel, 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And this opening drive set it for 4th down. That's incomplete. Defender there to knock it away. The Texans set to punt. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks him inside the... own 10. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Here we go. 7 Pirates, 18 Cardinal.
Hyatt going to motion over left. Throwing from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. this one doesn't go far.
There's no question, Kate, big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Ready? Crack all 80. Crack all 80. Ready?
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
Of all the ways the first points could go up on the board, a safety, well, it's one of the more rare and least likely, and we nearly saw it right there. What a great spot for the aggressiveness of that defense. And the QB, well, he nearly obliged them by dancing way too close to the goal line. We're still scoreless, but just barely.
Cougar 19. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. 18 Robbery. 18 Rat. Go.
Third and long for him here. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up. One drive in, and he's already in line for that ice pack. Took a couple of early hits. It looks like it's affecting his ability to deliver that football.
Yeah, and I'll let you know a little secret here, Kate. Those defenses, once they get to the quarterback, they usually don't stop.
And there won't be a return here. This punt is out of bounds. They'll say inside the 40. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line. First and 10.
Tony, Look the hot.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Just a yard left to go on second down.
On the quick, right?
Shotgun snap again to Robinson. And he takes it down to the 33. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
First down now, ball at the 33.
Let's go now. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Ready, right?
Here's a design run. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late. And this could have been much, much more exciting.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
Oh, ready.
From the gun, Stroud. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up third down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Here we go.
They'll throw, third and long. Complete beyond the marker. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans take a 6-0 lead in the first quarter. Well, Brock, even with it being possibly the most popular route for teams to go to, sometimes you get it on the slants, you find yourself with a gap to turn it into much more, including what we just saw, 6 points.
All this time on task between you and I together, why do you think it's the most popular route?
Easy for the QB?
Yeah, I mean, short distance, easy for the QB,
Yeah.
and it's also great versus man or zone. There really is not a defense that you can employ out there when you execute it right and you execute it on time, the big plays, and sometimes like this, touchdowns will follow.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25. New York to the line. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. They got 21 yards on the play. And that's good for a Jets 1st down.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
Jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line.
Cup 19, Cup 19, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Working now from the gun. Completed to his running back. And he'll get this through midfield and start pushing into Texans territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. It's caught right side by Johnson. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
You know, Kate, it's almost as if the defense invited him to make that throw. That was a play they knew they could defend, and they stopped it right at the line.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Taking a deep shot here. He's got it inside the 10. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone, incomplete. So they fire for the end zone on 1st down, Brock. I think a lot of folks probably assume after the incompletion it'd be a run here on 2nd and goal. What say you?
Yeah, I think you always got to be careful about assuming. As a fan, as a defensive coordinator, I think as an offense, you've worked on it all week, continue to get to the stuff you trust the most.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Jets cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. Made the right read on the RPO inside the red zone, Brock, and things worked out.
And you know what is so key about these RPOs? It's that mesh point. It's the details right there. Not immediately giving any indication of what they were going to do, and it created, Kate, the slightest of hesitations for the defense, and that slightest opportunity is all he needed to hit the end zone.
That one right down the middle. And the Jets tie this game 7-7. Got a tie ball game now as they send this away. He fields it from the 8.
The Texans take over 1st down at their own 23-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. To the air, Stroud. He's going deep this time. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I like that right there, Kate. Early in this game, show your cards. Double this guy. They know his ability, his reputation. Make somebody else beat you.
Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 23.
Here we go. 19. That's it.
Here's Stroud. That's incomplete left side. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
All right. Why Tony? 18. What's that? Look the hot.
Third and long. They're going to throw. This one's caught. Smith has it. Reaches the 40. Hits the 20. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans break the tie here in the first. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olson would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he comes through big here. 9 yards and second down.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
After a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that first down. Second and manageable. He's throwing. That lines up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. We've reached the end of one in this opening round of the AFC playoffs. It's a 14-7 game. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Defense couldn't hang on to the interception. Can they make a stand here on third and short? Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. Give him 24 yards on that one. And it's good for a New York first down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Pat the 60, pat the 60. Warrior 70. Ready.
Pass play on first and 10. Has a man on target to Johnson. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Bringing the offense up to the line. First and 10. Option design here. Had some room to work, and he took advantage. Give him 7.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to and keep them from piling on those yards.
Mustang 19.
Looking for a pass on second and short. He brings it in. He's going to be held up after gaining 2, so a little shy of that marker. Third down coming up.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Come on.
He's going to keep this one, and he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a first and goal.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Here we go. Set. Cougar 19. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Go.
Oh, surprise gift to the receiver near the goal line. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. He gets him 3, and this brings up 2nd and goal.
I really do like that call. Knowing you still got another down to work with coming up, good change of pace. And that defense now, got to be honest, you don't know who's going to touch it where.
Ready.
They kick the running back in motion. Line up the design keeper. Watching the goal line, but he won't reach it. The defense keeps him out and forces 3rd and goal.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you kind of set yourself up. Actually, you set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
One of the biggest snaps of this opening round of the postseason. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Let's go now. 19. Panther 60. Panther 60.
They're headed up the middle. And this is going to end behind the line. A great stop down in close. Let's see if they want to risk it now on 4th and goal.
This coordinator trying to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
Just 2 yards away, so the offense going for it. It's 4th and goal.
Ready.
They're going to try to throw for it. He will not escape the rush on 4th and goal. That's a sack. This is going to be a turnover on downs.
I'm going to guess a little deal was cut there by these pass rushers in the huddle. You guys in the secondary, just buy us a little time. We don't need perfect coverage. Just tighten things up so we can get home. And boy, did they ever in a big moment.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. He's caught just as he crossed the line of scrimmage. Might have picked up a yard. It's going to be 2nd down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
All right. Hey, south. 18. What's that?
Throwing is Stroud. Short pass brought in. And this winds up being an excellent play for them from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and it'll be 1st down, Houston.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Robinson. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
So 2nd and 6 awaits on the other side. We've reached our 2-minute warning. Texans in front here at NRG. Second and 6 coming up here.
Guess what? 19 Texans. Ready?
Back to throw. Stroud. Collins there to grab it. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps these drive moving.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the game they did.
Throw right side, caught by Smith. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll be a first down, Texans.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
All right. 18.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. He brings up 2nd down.
The coverage by Benjamin Morrison.
Here we go. 18. What's up? Look the hot, look the hot.
Shotgun now for Stroud. That's incomplete on 2nd down. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
All right.
Throwing again. It's Stroud. He's got it. Complete to Collins. And he's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. It's a great pickup. 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
First down.
Here we go.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From the red zone on 1st. They'll try to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. And he'll go down shy the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
On the quick, right? Under. 118. What's up?
Robinson on the inside give. How about this? He can't even get past the line of scrimmage. No challenge for the end zone here. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
How was that? 18. What's up?
And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans will add to their lead at the end of the half. Nico Collins with the touchdown. Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Texans double their lead to 14.
Jets 7. Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So it goes for a touchback. Let's see what they decide to do with the time they've got remaining here.
35-yard line.
They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. They're looking to throw. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. This one misses the tight end, so it'll be 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far. Well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Here comes the final play of our first half. The final throw before the break. He beams one deep right side. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. With this kick, we're back underway. A spot in the divisional round on the line. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. The Texans closing in, and they get to him. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
That is not the way they needed to come out of the locker room here to begin the second half. Trailing, you got to play with a sense of urgency. You got to protect your quarterback, and they didn't either.
Gonna need something special here. 2nd and 20 following the sack. Looking in the air here. It's a repeat of the last play. That's going to bring them to 3rd down.
One thing you learn about NFL halftimes, Kate, is they're a lot quicker than the college game. You got to make your adjustments in a hurry, and boy, has this defense. Back-to-back sacks, setting up what could be a very quick 3 and out, and an early boost in the second half.
Trying for the deep ball. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Not much room, but he's still able to crush it. And no chance at a return as this one heads across the sideline at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Robinson to start the drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
From the gun, Stroud. You look underneath here. Robinson has some daylight through the 40. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Houston.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
First and 10, a run to Robinson. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
At the Jets' 41-yard line.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Tony.
Another carry for Robinson. He's got to gain a 6 there. It was Andre Cisco who held him down there.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situations. It's safer call, a little more conservative. But In this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
3rd and just 2 to go.
On the quick, right? Swap. Another swap.
We'll go with a design keeper. And Stroud gets him the first with a slide down at the end of it.
Some tough running from the leader of the offense right there. Didn't have a ton of room, but he made it work well enough to move those chains.
31-yard line.
18. What's that?
First down, Stroud dumps it off to his running back. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
All right. 18. What's that?
On 2nd down, Robinson. And he gets this forward to the 19. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
All set now. 1st and 10.
What's that? 18. What's that?
Staying with Robinson. And this give not as fruitful. They're on him quicker this time. He's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, it came at the perfect time.
He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans push their lead further to start the half.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle of the field open or close? Do I got single high or two high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Texans stretch their lead to 21.
Texans 28, Jets 7. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. He's stopped on the run back at the 27.
The Jets take over 1st and 10. They're on the 27.
Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10.
Ready? Cowboy 80.
Throwing from the gun. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's quickly taken down with a gain across midfield. They're now to the opposing 47. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
Let's go now.
First down, New York.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. Go.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Looking to throw again on second down. Has it downfield, working the left. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. A good hit, but sure would have loved for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
From the gun, here's a handoff. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Another carry for him. They stuck with him and got the same results. He is stopped at the line once again to quickly bring up third down.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
They give it to him again. Back-to-back runs, and yet again he gets the same result, partner. Can't make it off the line. 4th and 10 coming up. 1 quarter to go, Brock, and we'll see who can earn the wild card win. It's Jets football, and they trail. Their playoffs hanging in the back. Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Desperation time here. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Here we go.
Now we're on with Robinson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack. Exactly what he just did.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. This is complete. Downfield to Smith. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. This play goes for 36. And it'll be a first down, Texans.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Here we go, let's go.
Robinson again here on second. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means third down coming up.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Throwing on third down, Stroud. Pass complete to Robinson. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. That one gains 7. And it'll be first down, Houston.
First down.
We've set it downs for him from the 31.
At the 31-yard line.
Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Oh, hey, uno. Swap. Love a swap. Hey.
To the air, Stroud. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Trying to find his tight end. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
For the field goal, a 48-yard attempt.
Up and good from Fairbairn. And the advantage now sits at 24.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Fairbairn, the kickoff for Houston.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Has this at the 6. Jukes another one. And he'll break the 15, but not get much further. Tough field position to start this one out. All right, going empty as they come to the line. It's 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
Challenges double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark.
The 2nd down pass intercepted. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
1st and 10 from the 43.
Here we go. Buggy.
Throwing from the gun here. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And it's going to be 2nd down.
On the quick, right? 19 Texans. Right.
Now it's Stroud. Escapes the pocket. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
All right.
They'll air it out on 3rd. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
So they send him out for a field goal, and they don't get much longer than this. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that grows the lead to 27.
Hey, think about this for a second, Kate. This league's been around for over 100 years, and we've only seen a field goal of this length a little over 20 times. That is a short list. The number of guys in the league who could be trusted to hit from 60, and an even shorter list the ones who get the chance to try.
He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. New York to the line. 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he's going to be escorted out right along that 35-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. All set to go now from the 35.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
Back-to-back carries here. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage. So third down now.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
18, 5 years.
Back to throw. It's on target to Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Dragon 60.
To throw here on first down. This one's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back there. He's going to send him back to the drawing board now for second down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of him.
No luck on first down. Here's second and 10.
Let's go. Warriors, Viking 8. Ready.
He's dropping back to throw. He put everything he had into this one. Really pushing the envelope on second down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Hey, I get it. If any of their pass catchers have what it takes to beat double coverage, it's him. The kids would say, he's him. That defense knew it. That's why they doubled him and knocked it away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Let's go now. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Oh, he's trying to get away, but unable to do so. They catch him behind the line on third down.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
On the check.
That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Jets hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. Now can't blame them looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on fourth down.
Cowboy 8, 60 Maverick, 60.
They're going to try to throw for it. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Here we go, here we go.
First play's a design run. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you called 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Buggy. Hey, Uno Mars. Why Tony?
They're going to pass it here. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down.
Here we go. Look the hot.
Here he goes, third and long. He's trying to push the field. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on third down than they did on second. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
And this one gets out of bounds. It was pushing some distance towards the goal line, but gets out at the 5. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Shot.
They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
28 yards. That's good for the Jets. First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
First down now, ball at the 33.
18.
Back to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Down the field, he's got Wilson. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So it's 2nd down coming up. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Connects on the crosser. And nothing to speak of after that catch as the completion gets him down to the 21. Timeout taken by New York. That's its 2nd. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal.
And the Jets first down.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Hey, go.
Still sticking with the passing game. And got his man. Touchdown, New York. The Jets putting up points in a game decided. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
With time ticking away, they prepare for a must-get onside kick. And the Texans get on this kick, and that should do it for this game. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Design quarterback run here. So it's the Texans who defend their building and take the win. And they were the top-ranked team in action in this wild card round, Brock. So this was always the expectation that they'd advance through to the divisional round. And next week, they're going to be right back here playing for a spot in that conference championship.